Exists. What? Exists. You say that, sonny. Let's get into it. Exists is from 2013. That's made that up. Exists is from 2014. It lasts about an hour and 20 minutes, and it looks so cheap. Well, it's a found footage film, so it's all filmed through handheld cameras and GoPros. Oh, that makes sense. I thought it was that at the start, and then I got confused because there are so many camera angles. Yeah, I think at the start it is a little bit confusing because there are several cuts and different angles, but we find out that there's more than one camera in play. Whereas something like the Blair Witch Project or Cloverfield, they might use one camera for the whole movie, or two at the most. Anyway, what's the tagline? The legend is real, so is the terror. Pretty good. So this movie is only 80 minutes, and I think it does what it needs to do in that 80 minutes. And I think, well, it's like 75 minutes plus credits. Yeah, I suppose. And most of the end credits, like 80% of the end credits, are special thanks to different companies and organisations. They've obviously been like, yeah, let us use stuff for free. Cheers. Maybe. So the movie opens with some text on screen. Yeah, it says like Bigfoots are harmless. They only ever attack humans if they feel threatened or they have been wronged. Basically throughout this movie we follow a group in their mid-20s. They're going out to a cabin, just take a few days away from the city, I guess. Hiking and BMXing and just having fun. Yeah, 3 guys, 2 girls. Nat, Dora, Brian, Todd, Elizabeth. Brian films everything. He wants to be a successful YouTuber. So they're driving through the day, driving through the night, and they're letting off fireworks because they're a bunch of bozos. And when they're driving at night, they hit something. They get out of the car to see what they've hit, and nothing's there. So they go and search the woods to see if there's an injured animal, but nothing's there. Whew, must have been their imagination. Well, I think they assume it's like a deer or a fox or something like that. Fox? There? Well, whatever. So they carry on driving, they get to their accommodation for the next few days. Yeah. What kind of Airbnb is this? It's an S. It's like
Resident Evil.
The beds are dusty. The place is falling apart. It's minging. It is minging. It's like the cabin in Evil Dead. It is actually. It's even got a cellar. Yeah, well, we don't know that, but yeah, it will have a cellar soon. Actually, it's very like the cabin in Evil Dead. And before they can even get unpacked, a pig breaks into the house. A wild pig is in the house, snorting about, and they all decide, nope, I'm terrified, I'm not sleeping here. That's a pig. Could just chuck it out. Well, they don't. They decide, let's go and sleep in the car, and that's what they do. Absolute cowards. Next morning they wake up and they investigate the front of the car and find they did hit something because there is some hair and blood on the grill. Disgusting. It's like they must have hit a hairy little man. I don't know if it's a hairy little man, but it's something with hair that you wouldn't find on like a wolf or a deer or anything like that. It's weird. It's like kids. It's not like pubes. They eventually decide to use the cabin and then they go and have some fun for a little bit. Yeah, they're like cycling off a rant into the lake like Tony Hawk's. Brian is filming absolutely everything. Yeah, and that night they all stay in the cabin. He stays outside on a hammock. Yeah. During the night he hears some noises, gets scared again. Again he sees nothing. This movie's a bit slow. But eventually decides to head into the woods. And yeah, and he's walking about going, Mr. Sasquatch, we can be friends. Mr. Sasquatch.
Mr. Sasquatch? I just want to be friends.
What? So he's gone there thinking, Sasquatch, Bigfoots exist. What kind of weirdo is he? And then he gets shot by tent dolls. yeah, Todd and Matt are there waiting to ambush him with paintball guns as a prank. And they knock him for going, Mr. Sasquatch, as they should. And then they all hear a noise and run back to the cabin. Sunrise, they head to the car and they find it's been trashed. It's been absolutely smashed up. Sorry guys, you're here to die. Well, I don't have that. They've got no phone signal. Of course. Of course. Eventually Matt decides, I'll go and take one of the bikes and I'll cycle until I can find signal. I'll call 911. They'll come and help us. Yeah, so he does. He goes out on his bike. And just as he finds the signal, he is pursued, chased by the fastest Bigfoot you've ever seen in your life. Not that you've ever seen a Bigfoot. But the fastest on Earth. And then it just body slams him off his bike. And drags him off. Yeah. The remaining 4 are building a barricade. They're barricading the doors like Living Dead. Yeah, like Night of the Living Dead. And that's when they find a cellar, like Evil Dead. Yeah. So they go down there. While they're down there, they find a rifle and some ammo. And then Bigfoot comes a-calling. And while he's trying to get in the barricaded doors and windows, Todd fires off a shot, makes a big hole in the door, and then Bigfoot uses that to grab Elizabeth and kill her. Yeah. Drag her body down to the cellar. So you see Bigfoot's eye looking in like, oh, lots of jump scares in this movie. Yeah. I think it's quite effective. I think it's alright. It could have used better special effects. Well, there are no special effects in it. No, Bigfoot. Okay. The monster itself, they're working with the budget they had. Yeah, isn't this from one of the makers of Blair Witch? Apparently, yeah. He must be loaded. Yeah. I suppose he should have used his own money and just paid for a better Bigfoot suit. Because this thing is... Oh, it's like something from Red Dwarf. Yeah, I knew it reminded me of something. I think that's what it is. Red Dwarf. It's sunrise again, and the survivors come out of the cellar to find the place has been trashed. Yeah, totally smashed up. So they decide, right, let's just hike, get out of here, walk to safety. But pretty soon they hear something in the distance. Not Bigfoot, Nat, screaming. So they follow the screaming. They find a little track which seems to lead to Bigfoot's nest. I guess so. And somehow by now it's night again. Yeah, a lot of this is night vision. I don't know how it got dark so quickly. But anyway, it did. So they go and they find Matt. He is alive, his legs hurt, and he's crying like a baby. Well, I mean, it's a pretty horrific thing to happen, having a Bigfoot body slam you off your bike. Todd reveals there's only one bullet left. So Todd, Dora, Brian drag Matt away, try to get him to safety, but they hear some heavy breathing next to them. It's a creep. It's a pervert. It's not pervert. It's the Bigfoot. So Todd fires the final shot, and then they all flee. And they think they've killed the Bigfoot. And next thing you know, it's sunrise again. Yeah, time works so strangely in this movie. It's like it can be the longest night, or it can be the shortest night, depending on what the director wants. It's really inconsistent. I suppose that is a bit of a flaw with the movie. There are a lot of flaws in this movie. In the woods, they eventually come across an abandoned camper van. Yeah, so they go in and they find out they get like a little tiny little bit of phone signal, intermittent, it cuts on and off. And Brian gets a phone call from his Uncle Sam. He says, hey, here are you. Brian manages to get a few words out before the phone signal cuts off again. Yeah, so he's like, well, I don't know if he heard us. I hope so, though. You see, Uncle Sam had made it to the cabin, but he found it abandoned, so he tried to phone them and said he's been trying to phone them. That's the first time he got through. So did he manage to hear the whole call? Who knows? I know, because I've seen the movie. Right, well, we'll wait. Then they come up with an idea. Let's send out a signal for Uncle Sam. They set off a firework. It fires off into the air, And then that's the signal they use to attract the uncle. Yeah, that it actually attracts a Bigfoot. Idiots! How did they not see that coming?
What did you expect?
Well, yeah, it seems to have backfired. I'll say, Bigfoot appears, drags off Todd, and kills him. Yeah. Dora and Brian take shelter in the camper van. Yeah, it can't get through the flimsy camper van walls or doors. What? I could kick that in? No, you couldn't. It's dead. It's like tinfoil. Oh. Anyway, it can't seem to get to him, so it just tosses the camper van over a ledge. It kills Dora. She dies slowly and painfully. And then Brian tries to get away. Oh, he also dies in this incident. So Brian is in this upside down camper van with two dead bodies. Yeah, he looks up and Bigfoot jumps down like, I don't know, like a superhero. Yeah, he does. He manages to get into Brian and knocks Brian out. Why not kill him? Well, it knocks out Brian. And Brian's lying there unconscious. Yeah, so the thing starts screaming in his face like the Hulk to Iron Man. Yeah, Brian doesn't flinch. He is unconscious. Yeah, he's not really though, because as soon as Bigfoot walks away, Brian opens his eyes. He's like, oh, I'm not dead. But Bigfoot comes back, drags Brian off. Yeah, we see all this a cracked GoPro camera. Pretty cool touch. Yeah, I like it. And the next thing you know, Brian is lying next to dead Todd, dead Dora, dead Elizabeth, and dead Matt. Ah, dead friends. The one where they all die. But he comes to properly and gets on his feet, and he sees the reason for the Bigfoot taking them all out. Yeah, Bigfoot has got a dead Bigfoot baby. That's what hit the car. That's what left the pubic hair and blood. It's not pubic hair, it looks like it. Anyway, that is why Bigfoot's been attacking them, because they killed the Bigfoot's baby. Aww. And it looks like Bigfoot is about to kill Brian, and then there's a gunshot. The Uncle Dodd, not Uncle Sam like you've been saying. Well, you've been saying it as well. Nope. I take no responsibility. You're an idiot. Okay, sorry. It is Uncle Bob, not Uncle Sam. He turns up with a weapon, shoots at the Bigfoot, and Bigfoot instantly knocks him out. Possibly kills him. We don't actually know, yeah. Bigfoot's wounded, but Brian approaches it and says, listen, I'm sorry, we didn't mean to kill your baby. It was an accident. Yeah, and so apparently Bigfoot understands English and empathy and sorrow, because it's like, oh well, it just wanders off. It does just leave after that, looking sad and mournful, but just goes away. And that's the end. That's the end of the movie. It's rubbish. Well, I don't know if it's rubbish. I mean, it doesn't make much sense that Bigfoot understands when Brian's saying, sorry, we didn't mean to kill your baby. Yeah, it's just like, oh, in that case, I'll leave you to it, old chap. Right? Right, what did you think of the movie? That outfit, never mind the Bigfoot costume, right? What did you think of the actual movie? Do you know the guy in the costume? Don't know him. Yeah, do you know who he is? No, I don't know. He played Bigfoot in Harry and the Hendersons, the TV series. Or, I remember that show. Was that not like the late 80s, early 90s? I don't know.
How'd you get 'em?
And he's still playing Bigfoot to this day. Anyway. Well, I suppose it was 10 years ago. Anyway, that's pretty interesting. Yeah. Anyway, this is rubbish. I don't think it's rubbish. I thought it was quite good. It's quite atmospheric. I'm not really keen on found footage movies. I think Blair Witch did it first, did it best. I would give this a watch. I would recommend this, really. Do you think it's a bad movie? Not a bad movie, just not something I'll ever watch again. Not something I would say, you've got to see this, that, look, it's fine. It's just a bit more money spent in it. I'm not going to say a better budget, because just you, director, put your hand in your pocket, it's your movie. Well, I don't know how it works, but yeah, they should have spent a little bit more money on it, and it might have been great. It might have been, but as it stands, to me, it was fine. It was quite good. To me, it is fine. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. Hit like, hit subscribe, watch another video.